Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 86, for April the 16th, 2017. You know, it never ceases to stop how fast the year is moving through. Already midway through May, the 5th month of the year, only 7 more to go, and only 6 more until you have to start Christmas shopping, and only 5 more until you have to start getting ready for Black Friday. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Just let you guys, let you mull that over and realize how fast time is moving by. But yes, how is everybody doing today and what's going on? Good to see all of you. No show yesterday. I meant to do one like in the later evening, and I just was too tired. Plain and simple, man. I was just too tired to do it, so I'm like, okay, not a big deal. And I just played some Smite and went on my merry little way. But we are here today. We still have all the articles from yesterday. Plus, there's been a ton of tech news. I don't even know, honestly, where to begin talking. The article that really kind of grabbed me right away yesterday was this one. Wow, that XSplit lag, man. They've got to fix that. Asus is reportedly killing its Zenwatch line of Android Wear watches. Asus reportedly is ending the development of its Zenwatch line of Android Wear smartwatches, according to a report from the DigiTimes. That cited the Taiwan supply chain. The report is unconfirmed, and The Verge has reached out for comment. The DigiTimes source claims that Asus is shipping an average of 5,000 to 6,000 Zenwatches per month across the product line. And sales that are low enough, Asus is expected to discontinue the product line. If true, Asus is exiting the Android Wear business would mark yet another major hardware manufacturer bailing on Google's smartwatch platform, alongside companies like Motorola that put off smartwatches indefinitely, and Samsung. The Zenwatch products were among the most affordable Android Wears. Okay, and that's just kind of going over that. So they're going to discontinue the smartwatch lineup. I didn't even know, honestly, that Samsung and Motorola had already exited the market. That actually legitimately took me by surprise. And it surprised me that they left the market, but not surprised me that the market itself is failing. Because when you have a market like that has a very high adoption cost, very niche kind of market, the technology itself for a tech sector thing was very, very crude. Like, I've played with smartwatches. I have a bunch of friends who have them, and I use theirs. I know I've played with the Motorola, the Samsung. Amazingly enough, I actually never got to play with a Zenwatch, but looking at them, though, from the ones I did play with, I wasn't blown away by it. The battery life was not that good. The features on it were very sparse. Integration was fairly high for a lot of them, especially if, like, the manufacturer of the smartwatch was the same manufacturer of your phone. They had a pretty decent integration rate. Like, Samsung was pretty good. Apple's very good from what I've heard. Motorola was okay. I didn't know many people that had Motorola phones, though. That was the big thing. And to see another major player leave the market, I'm sad. I'm sad in a way that Asus is leaving the Zenwatch market. But by that same time, though, the Zen phones are okay phones. They're not great, but, you know, for a factory unlocked phone, they're pretty good for what they are. But like I said, though, the specs on the Zenwatch were just, they were too sparse. They didn't have enough meat on their bones to make it worth it. What are you talking about? We are talking about the Zenwatch and how Asus is stopping smartwatch production. which is the third company now to leave the Google platform market for smartwatches. And how's it going? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing, Dexter? Thank you so much for popping in, man. Always appreciated. But yeah, it's sad, man. And I don't know if I can pick one up for cheap, I might. But you know, the end of the article says, but even as traditional companies are backing away from Android Wear devices, fashion companies seem to be picking up the slack. A host of new Android Wear 2.0 watches are set to arrive this year from less tech-focused brands like Tommy Hilfiger and Hugo Boss. When did they leave and why? Dude, they're leaving because sales are low, and they're leaving right around now. It's speculated they're going to stop production real soon. Hugo Boss and Tommy Hilfiger, that could lend some credibility to the smartwatch platform, at least from like the hipster perspective of it. It could. Wouldn't exactly say it would be my top choice. Like, I'm not all of a sudden going to run out and buy a smartwatch because, you know, Hugo Boss is all of a sudden making it. And this also leads to the question that they're going to put their branding on it. They are sure as heck not designing it. They might design the band. They might design the face, like the structure of how the face is going to look. But the meat of it, the core of it, the tech part of it, the part that matters in a smartwatch, that's easily going to be offloaded to another company. Maybe a company who has experience making smartwatches. Maybe somebody like Asus. You know, maybe that's part of it. Throwing this out there, total speculation, just came into my mind just now. But what if they saw their sales doing 5,000 to 6,000 Zenwatches per month, thought that was too low, and they found out that maybe these fashion companies want to get in on it, they cut a deal that, hey, we'll stop our production run of Zenwatches, lower the competition bar, you design yours, Android Wear 2.0, and we will build the techie part of it for a nominal fee. And now Asus has a lucrative contract with Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is getting somebody who's experienced making their Android watches. And at the end of the day, you're still buying a Zen watch. So they are ripping themselves off is what you're saying. Yeah, pretty much. But what if that's the goal? What if that's the plan? I know it sounds far-fetched. Believe me, I know it sounds super tinfoil hat and super conspiracy. But you gotta admit, though, something like that, it could have some legs. Just like when I was saying to my friends when I heard the news that Nintendo was discontinuing the NES Classic, the little portable version that they had released, that this wasn't a discontinue. They don't hate money, but they were getting ramped up for the NES version of it. They saw the numbers, they saw the demand, and they're like, okay, if the NES can do that, the SNES can do twice that, 3 times that. Maybe even 4 times that number. Mind you, the total number was only 220,000-ish. So conceivably, the SNES could very easily push 1 million without any issues. And that's the same thing I'm seeing now. It's not a matter of they're not pushing numbers. It's a matter of they're not pushing numbers, and they may have figured out a better way to do this, and a more lucrative way to do this. How did you hear about all this? I found it on TheVerge.com. I roll through Reddit, the tech section, and I look for the aggregation of all like the major news, and then I sift through it and find the ones that I find to be most interesting. We're gonna come back to this because this article is the last story we're going to cover today. Let's see here. This one it's kind of I thought it'd be Fox. No. Fox News can't even spell the word computers yet. Don't tell me how to use one. No. This article here, it's been a developing story lately, but the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie is being held at ransom. It's been a dizzying few days for news about hackers demanding ransom. It's hard to tell which events are connected, but according to multiple reports, hackers are threatening to leak a major film owned by Disney, and all sources tell Deadline that the movie is the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney CEO Bob Iger informed employees at a town hall meeting on Monday that the company is working with federal investigators on the ransom case and that a huge sum will not be paid. Iger didn't say what the title could potentially be leaked as, but the new film in the Pirates set release on May 26th would be a very ripe target. According to the CEO, perpetrators of the crime informed Disney that they would release the first 5 minutes of the film and continue to leak 20-minute chunks until the ransom is paid. Rumors that a work print Last Jedi has leaked made the rounds last week, but that was deemed a hoax. Well, yeah, Last Jedi just finished wrapping. There's nothing to leak there. Okay, so ransom seems to be in the news. Ransom. Where wanna cry? Orange is the New Black, but Pirates of the Caribbean. Ransom is becoming very rampant now. And it's not the first time we've seen something like this. Did they say how much? No, they said only a very large sum. They did not specify an amount, but you can imagine it's going to be in the millions of dollars. Possibly double-digit millions of dollars. And, boy, this story just happened like a week or two ago with Orange is the New Black. Some people grabbed it, they demanded a ransom, Netflix refused to pay it, and the whole thing got released. The whole Orange is the New Black season is already out. I'd be crapping bricks from seeing all that. Yeah, man, it's a bad sign right now. But what do you do if you're the CEO? Because look, a lot of these hackers, it's going to go one of two ways. They say they're working with federal investigators, okay? But one, they're probably... Now, if these people are smart, and that's up for debate, they're probably working from a country with no extradition treaty. Possibly Russia, because Russia has no extradition treaty with the United States of America. So they could be holding it there. So say they find the hacker. Say it's Igor Shababal, okay? Say it's him. Now, if they find him, he lives at, 146 Vodka Lane, or whatever the hell it is, they can't do anything. Unless they want to send a hit squad in, they can't do anything. And to that end, their hands are tied, okay? Alternatively, say these guys are in America. Well, these guys are real stupid, and they're going to get found out, and they're going to face just an astronomical lawsuit from Disney, especially if they release that movie. If they release even 5 minutes of that movie, Disney will go after them until they bleed them white. And it's a touchy scenario because Bob Iger, these are big budget movies, man. Pirates of the Caribbean will have a $200 million budget. They're expecting a $1 billion return on something like this. And if they don't get it, if, say, these hackers release this movie, they could lose out so much money because the hackers clearly then have an HD copy of it. So they're going to spread that around like wildfire. People might not go to the movie after that. And if that's the case, man, Disney is going to take a smashing hit. And not the good smashing. They're going to take a smashing hit at the box office then for Pirates. And they're going to know why. And it's hard to tell which way do you go. Do you pay the ransom? If you pay the ransom, that would open the floodgates for people in all these countries, even America, to go after these companies, to attack their servers, to grab these movies and just start ransoming out. And that would just cripple the movie industry. Mind you, none of us would lose sleep over it. I know I'm not going to lose sleep over Sony not making $1 billion. But you know what I mean, though. Like, the movie industry as a whole would take such a hit because they would have to develop new technologies, new security, hire people to maintain security. Like, it would be a whole thing. And it could potentially spawn a whole new sector of internet security. But I don't know what to do here. I think, honestly, if it was me, they would pay the ransom. And even then, see, here's the thing. If you pay the ransom, you don't even know that they're not going to release it. They very well could. It could be, like, hang on. Let me get something here for demonstration. Okay, so here. Okay, so watch. So it would be like this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it'd be like this. So here. Okay, look. Here is your money. Okay? Thank you. Here is your movie. Hang on. Here is your movie. Thank you. Oh, by the way, because it's a digital movie and I'm not retarded, it's been up on the torrent sites for like 2 days now, so enjoy that. Have a good day. That's blank, by the way. And just walk off. That could very, very well happen. And I don't think any of us would actually be surprised if that occurred. Would you guys? I know I wouldn't be. Hell, that's exactly what I would do. Take the ransom money, break the contract, because obviously you're a thief. You don't really care about the law. Break the contract and just give that sucker away. And just show Disney what is up.
Now, for another form.
Wow, that camel toe. Okay. An article that popped up yesterday. It's kind of neat. Zelda might be coming to smartphones. Now, for those of you who don't remember, late last year, maybe it was this year, Nintendo released a game called Super Mario Run for smartphones, okay? It was an endless runner, cost you nothing to download the game, but $10 to unlock the full game, which is pretty stupid IMO. Anyways, there was only about a 5% conversion rate of people who downloaded to people who purchased the $10 app, essentially, okay? And that's a pretty bad sign for Nintendo. A 5% conversion rate's not numbers that they're like really bragging about. And now that they're going to release Zelda, they might have had a change of heart. They might have had a new look on things. Because, as we all know, games on the smartphone are basically free with inbuilt microtransactions. Okay, so you get the full game, but you don't get everything. Or you buy little power-ups here or there to make your experience easier through the title. So when we saw Super Mario Run for $10 and a 5% conversion rate, that was pretty bad. And now that we have the Zelda game speculated coming out for smartphones, we don't know exactly what mode Nintendo's going to go with. Now, if they're smart business, at least dealing with North America, they will just do what everyone else does and do microtransactions. That's the smart way to go. If they go the alternative way, where they charge for the full game like they did last time, but offer no real substance to the game, they could potentially see another floppish kind of game. Because people pay $10 for Zelda if it's a one-time charge and you get the full game, but it's not a gating mechanism. Like, it's either you pay $10 or you don't get the game. There's no gating mechanism there. And it's got to be a real game. It can't be that like Mario was, where it's an endless runner and it's like, okay, you got the first 3 levels and now you can't go any further. It can't be like that. You have to do it just, it has to be all or nothing. That's the way it's got to be. And I hope to see it that way. Or I hope they do see it that way. But then again, though, as we all know, in Japan, those people are insane. They have the weirdest business practices I have ever seen. You know what? While we complain about businesses in North America, at least they're consistent with their crappiness, okay? Why does the camera feel blurry today? Does the camera feel blurry to you guys today? It feels kind of blurry. But I don't really know what to do. So. Okay. I could talk about the Ja Rule Firefest thing, but honestly, I think Philip DeFranco did a fantastic job of that, and I'm just going to let his thing stand. Simple as that. Netflix will no longer work on rooted phones. They are apparently going to switch over to the Widevine DLL DRM system. So, yeah, if you have a rooted phone, sorry, there's no real explanation given outside of the Netflix saying we're going to go with Widevine. So, yeah, that's pretty much, that's the long and short of that. And MP3 is officially dead as founders terminate the licensing program. Let's see here. The digital audio encoding format has been officially confirmed as dead by the people who invented it. MP3 has widely been credited with turning the music world on its head and by allowing digital audio to be compressed without significantly impacting the quality of the sound. But the Fraunhofer Institute officially terminated its licensing program for certain MP3 related patents in a move to widely interpreted by tech experts as being the official death warrant. So yeah, there you guys go, man. Certain MP3 licenses have been terminated. You can just go ham now with it. You don't have to pay the royalty fees or anything. So that's pretty neat. I think that's a pretty good move on their part. As it is, MP3s are already the widely adopted audio format. And while you do have, those handful of people being super potato about it and being,
oh, I want lossless. I only like FLAC or UGG or anything or AC or AAC.
Look, you might have those people, okay? Those people are stupid. MP3 is a great format. I love it. It works great for just day-to-day kind of audio listening. And them finally because I actually had to deal with the MP3 licensing crap, and it was pretty annoying. So this is now a good step forward in getting more people on board. I always thought I'd be doxxed by skids, but it turns out journalists are... Okay, wow. I'll touch on that one tomorrow. Okay, so this is gonna be the second to last story, the penultimate story for tonight. And it's a little bit of a darker story, but it's something that I don't have personal experience with, but one I have actually a great amount of experience with in my city. Because this is actually a very, very big problem in the city of Calgary. Okay? So, let's see here. Does this convert? That does not convert. Four. There we go. 4. Okay. Here you guys go. Virginia Beach man who died during video game marathon overdosed on fentanyl, says the medical examiner. This is just sad. And for those of you who are wondering, the streamer's name was like PSO Hybrid. POS Hybrid. Okay, POS Hybrid. That was the streamer who passed away. The man who died during the 24-hour video game marathon stream in February overdosed on fentanyl, according to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Brian Vinhalt, 35, also known in the game community as POS Hybrid, died on February 19th in the middle of a Twitch streaming session. He was playing a game called World of Tanks. Okay, Police found Vanderholt dead in his residence located at the 1000 block in Glenlockin Drive around 7:50 p.m. in Virginia Beach. Vanderholt was known for his automobile expertise and had a talent for solving mechanical problems. According to Dr. Kohlberg, fentanyl is 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more potent than heroin. Use of the drug, fentanyl overdoses increased 360%. Okay, whatever. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm just going to explain it to you. I might not be totally correct on my numbers here. It's fine. That's not a big deal. You're going to have to just trust me on this, okay? Fentanyl is a drug used to sedate large animals like elephants, okay? There's fentanyl, and then there's another one, I think it's called like panfentanyl or parfentanyl or something like that. But there's 2 versions of it, both of them incredibly dangerous. Never touch them. Okay, let's put it this way. So dangerous, if you inhale too much of it, you will die. Okay? Fentanyl is not a joke drug. It's not a I will do it one time drug. It's not a I'm going to get to sleep with this girl, I'll do this drug. No. This is a drug you never, ever touch.
Never. Ever.
Okay? Never, ever touch fentanyl in any capacity, realistic or metaphorically. It does not take a lot of fentanyl to die. It really doesn't. Like, you're talking in the milligrams, if not even in the nanograms kind of range of what is considered a deadly amount of fentanyl. And I feel so bad for this guy. Because when he collapsed, it could have gone one of 2 ways. Either he suffered incredibly as it kind of like raced through his system and he couldn't do anything about it, or he just collapsed. Like, it killed him before he hit the ground kind of deal. Second scenario, pretty unlikely, okay? Fentanyl is so dangerous. And I can't believe that he died because of that. Like, everyone felt bad when they thought he just died of like a random heart attack. Like, he just like collapsed. Because he was a known smoker. So people thought he got up and went and took a smoke and maybe had a heart attack and died. It happens. It's not uncommon. But to get up and do a hit of fentanyl and come back, and not even come back, just die there, man. It's such a dangerous drug. And it's so sad that that's how that went down. It's stupid. It was unneeded, unwarranted. And yeah, there's really not much more I can say to it other than as an absolute full PSA. Don't mess with fentanyl. Don't do it. You'll regret it. You'll live to regret it if you live. Like, Calgary's fentanyl death rates are through the roof. Calgary fentanyl. Oh, here we go. Fentanyl death. Here we go. Fentanyl deaths continue to soar in Alberta. Here we go. Here. Well, look at this. Look at this right here. Fentanyl deaths. This is from the Calgary Herald. It's one of the big newspapers here in town. Fentanyl deaths are the most common death through early 17. Unfreaking believable. Let's see if they have the stats. Look at the stats here. 6 in 2011, 2012, 29, 66 in 2013, 117. These numbers are soaring. Okay? Like, good God, we had 349 deaths from fentanyl in Alberta in 2016. And this article was written in April, and we had already hit 51 deaths in April. Guys, that is not a joke drug. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe I'm going to say this. If you have to do drugs, if you feel that you deep down need to do drugs, like it is what you do, no amount of medical professional friend talking is going to talk you out of it. You are hell-bent on putting something foreign in your body that will get you high. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Go do cocaine. Just go do cocaine. It'll be easier to get you off of cocaine, and you'll have a better chance of living than if you do fentanyl or heroin or crack or anything else. Just go do powder cocaine. I can't believe I just said that. Like, if you're hell-bent on it, I'm advising that you never touch drugs. I'm absolutely advising it. Okay? But if you are hell-bent on it, just go do that. And just stay away from the hard opioids. Stay away from morphine, fentanyl. I'm pretty sure morphine is an opioid, but you don't, or not morphine. Cocaine can be counted as an opioid, but you know what I mean by that. Like, just if you have to do something, just go do that. It'll be easier to get you off of it. We have better methods to handle that. And police or firefighters probably won't find you like in a pool of your own vomit on the middle of the street when you OD on fentanyl. Okay, here we go. The last story of today. This is a pretty neat product. Devious Furball and I were talking about this when we first saw it, and now we are going to talk about it here on the show. Elgato Stream Deck Live Content Creation Controller. So Elgato has developed a beautiful, tiny, palm-sized, what is essentially a MIDI controller to work on your live streaming. It can control scenes or, here we go, scenes or launch stuff or audio cues or act as a soundboard. And it's really neat this way because, like I said, it is a MIDI controller. Essentially, it's a MIDI controller. But, oh, what the hell? But at least it's built for live streaming content. Okay? It's built specifically for live streaming. You don't have to do any extra software. All the drivers are written by Elgato, so you know they'll work with all your live streaming ish platforms. And it's only $200. Now, it's 15 keys, which is a little on the low side, especially at $200. But they are LCD keys, meaning they have a little screen on them that'll display what the button will do, which is pretty neat on its own. And if you look at the videos of other people who've already put out unboxing stuff, they're probably about as big as this phone. So it's really not a big unit, and I think it will help a lot. Now, I've reached out to Elgato, see if I can get a review unit. Hopefully they'll get back to me. But I think that in the end, they're filling a niche that exists. They're filling a niche that some of us have been using alternative solutions for. Like I said, it's a MIDI box, okay? It's a MIDI box. This is a MIDI controller. It's a MIDI soundboard. But to run this, you need to get extra software. Look how big it is. Like, here's that same phone. Look how big it is. It's huge. Like, you have to find space for it. It's a whole hassle. This is a good way to go with it. I'm happy with it, and I think that Elgato has got a pretty good potential solution on their hands. But until they send me one, I will have to speculate on how good it actually is. So yeah, there you guys go. The Elgato Stream Deck. If you want yours, click the Amazon link in the description down below, and you can get yours today. So guys, that's all I have for the daily chat today. If you guys like what you see here, if you're watching live, do hit those follow buttons on your respective platforms. If you're watching me on archive on vid.me, hit the follow button. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I've been Rex. This has been Daily Chat, episode 86 for season 2. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see all of you next time. Bye.